How is Friday not happening anymore? She said she has like a mandatory retreat.
Her retreat.
Okay.
I forgot about that.
Hopefully by like early next week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Sounds good.
I just asked her where are a few times in the next 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So she gives us a few different opportunities and then I could coordinate. I want everyone on the meeting if possible,
Yeah.
but I understand it's probably going to be hard.
Did you write on any of these slides yet?
No, I haven't. I'm more just, yeah. Do you remember there was a presentation we did recently? Yeah, the Canvas, the Nightlife Navigators presentation where we kind of just like upload the Canvas module notes to their presentation form. That's kind of my idea for this. We complete like our plan and then just shift it over.
Yeah.
So if we have time this meeting, we'll work on the presentation, but I just more wanted to plan today. Right, so I want everyone's thoughts on this. What do you guys think? What do you think it needs to be added? Let's start with we'll just go at top of the list down for introducing the committee and starting off the call. How do you guys want to start off the call?
We can just do it like how we did with the, did we have the picture of us for when we met with the Nightlife Navigators guy on Zoom? We can just do it like that, put the picture back in and then go around and be like, hi.
Yeah.
And just like thank her for making the time because she's super busy. I would make it like a point to be like, thank you so much. We really appreciate you taking the time to consider this. I'm taking her being so willing to be with us as like her main at least someone.
Yeah. You could easily be like, no,
Yeah.
sorry. Yeah.
Like a speed bump. But she seems pretty in tune with it. So
Yeah.
that's a good sign in my book.
Awesome, I like that. I think it would be logical to transition into a presentation like Canva, just making sure everyone's okay with that.
Yeah.
Awesome. I kind of wanted to say, like, introducing the committee, like what we are about, and then what our goal for the meeting is.
Yeah.
And what would you guys want to say after that?
I think I would just start with like statistics because you want to like really hit her with the like why before the what.
Yeah. Like I think the flow of how we did our other, like the UFPD one, the one that we gave to like Senate as a whole, like I think that flow made sense. Like we had the stat, or like we had why the stats and then how we want to go about it.
Like,
Go ahead.
sorry, you go.
Who's like the best at being emotional?
I did theater in middle school.
Theater major right here.
Yeah.
Oh, period.
I think it'd be good for you to deliver the opening.
Okay.
Give him the whammy.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really just like emphasizing like there's been 128 crashes, there's been a fatality, like make sure we'll talk about this multiple times in the meeting, so we really emphasize it, but make sure that she understands how needy this is. I also was trying to think about, and this is probably more of a later conversation, I wanted to emphasize like how there's been absolutely nothing done since then.
Yeah.
Sure.
But I also don't want to be rude about it.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on?
I think it's definitely something that you have to emphasize. I mean, like, you can't just kind of like put it away like it did happen. It's like,
And it happened
Yeah.
like recently.
I think it could be
So-
tactful. Like,
Yeah.
I think you can phrase it in a way that's like this impacted so many students, and a lot of students feel like there has been no resolution. And you
Yeah.
can put it like students
that way.
feel instead of you haven't done
You haven't
anything.
done
like
anything.
there's been a
More
demand for
emotional.
change.
Yeah.
A
Yeah, I
demand
think-
for
yeah.
action.
And like I think we can credit them in saying like, you know, I know there's been other priorities. Like you have to deal with like the legality of all that and everything. Like give like kind of throw them a bone with that.
Right. And I know students have done like ceremonies for her and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like she's been recognized, but still.
Yeah.
Then I kind of wanted more information about the roads. So the best way to like really present information about the road is like to know the road like in total. That's why I went down and walked it. I have pictures, and we also have Google Earth.
Yeah.
I'm gonna also take like daytime pictures because these are like extremely hard to see. I don't know why I did that. But who would like to present information about the road?
I feel like that. I feel like you, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
Not
the
to throw
best.
you under the bus. but
It's fine.
Unless
I
there's
just
a
want
different
like
part you want to do.
Yeah.
that's fine.
if you don't feel comfortable, someone else can. But I just feel like
Yeah, I can do it if
Yeah,
you
I
want
will.
to.
Yeah, I just want everyone
Yeah.
speaking on the call.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
we're
yeah.
not doing
I can do it.
Yeah.
Awesome.
so Brooklyn.
Yes. I want someone to present the resolution.
I can do that
So,
one.
I was gonna say that I feel like we can almost like gear because I feel like we wrote the resolution really well, so we could almost just like take the way that we
bits.
structured the resolution and structure the population.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. We could do that too. But that
And make
way-
it easier.
Yeah.
And I think it was persuasive. We can just add stuff to make it more emotional.
And I think also mentioning how well received the resolution was, like, I think the Judicial Committee, like, as a whole,
Mhm.
was really
Yeah.
positive
I got a lot
about
of
it
support.
and is excited to hear it. So
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah.
like we're gonna get sponsors tonight for the resolution, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna make a motion. Do you know how to? I'm gonna ask Rafa about this probably. But,
Yeah.
Do you know how to make a motion to add sponsors? Like have a sheet up front.
It's my understanding that what you can move to do is say like I move to amend the sponsor line to include the following people on this piece of paper that will be able to be signed at the end of the meeting.
So we
Honestly-
just get a paper and say if anyone's interested in sponsoring this
Yeah.
at the start of the meeting, and then when it comes to reading it, we'll throw it there.
Your offer, so honestly, I think you throw it to.
Okay, I'd be happy to make that motion.
Appreciate it.
If that, like, I'm not trying to step on your toes,
No,
but
you're good. I'll ask first, but I'm pretty sure it's fine.
okay.
But anyways, I want to see what would you like to contribute from your
I mean, I feel like from my end, like I've had meetings with them in the past where I put my presentation.
How is working with Linda in general?
Every time we like plan a meeting, it's like everyone besides her on all my meetings. Like
So you haven't like met with her?
like I haven't met with her, but every time I have a meeting with someone, I'm always in contact. Like she's the one emailing me, but she's never been
Never
on the
on the
call.
meeting.
Okay.
It's like very strange.
Interesting.
I think she might have been on one. She was on my very first one.
Okay.
does she have people she like sends in her place?
She
Or no,
just
she
sends
said-
like I've met with like
She just put
past
people
like
on
UFPD and she sends like everyone besides like herself.
That's
Has she seemed like receptive to like? Because you were talking about a speed bump too,
Mhm.
right? Did anyone seem like
She
receptive?
a big thing she pointed out was like, well, how are you like you planning to like finance it? And I'm like, sure.
It's not expensive. A speed bump or a speed table is not.
That's how they, and especially the speed table, like, you're not having to do anything,
Yeah,
like, you just put that, like, that's like nails, like, you're not putting
It's
concrete.
literally, yeah.
So every time she's been like, well, do you have like a finance plan? I'm like, well, you didn't even tell me if I'm allowed, like, you know?
Yeah.
She's like, how are you gonna finance it? I'm like,
It's also like, why do we have to find
Right, like,
Yeah,
this should be an
right?
infrastructure, yeah.
Well, that
That's-
was the whole point. Is we wanted to get it approved through the 10-year plan, so that would finance it.
Yeah.
UF would finance it. It's I guarantee you, it's not more than $200.
No, it's really
no,
not.
we looked it up last time.
Yeah.
It was like, one of them was a lot more. Yeah, I was gonna say like it was like $500. I'm like, what is that?
But I bet they
In the
have.
grand scheme of things, like,
In the grand scheme, that's
what's our Senate budget? Like, could we offer to like split it?
Are we even allowed to go towards that?
I
That's
have
the
no
Senate budget?
idea.
I
don't have
believe
the
we
Senate
could,
budget.
but we just passed the budget.
Yeah.
Like I think
But
if
we don't have like a Senate initiative.
That's,
portion
no,
of the
that would
budget.
restart it. Like
Yeah.
it wouldn't pass during summer B if we. As fun as that would be, as much as I love an amendment to the budget.
Oh,
no,
Maya's gonna be
probably
knocking on
probably
your door
not.
and you're
I know
saying,
she
"Yeah,
will.
Oh
She
my
will
God,
haunt
beat us
me.
all up.
She will haunt me.
So bad.
Hey, back-to-back great meetings.
I'm not trying to
Tonight will
get
be interesting.
The last
I can't
week.
wait.
Hi everybody. Last week I was like, I texted her. I was like, we can call. Like.
Yeah.
no,
No,
I
I'm just
was
kidding.
like,
She's
no,
not
yeah,
actually
no, absolutely, absolutely.
I think she also likes to defend it too.
Well, it's like their baby.
Well,
too.
we're all
They
excited to
absolutely,
debate.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
This is debate club. This
Yeah,
is
like this is probably
exactly.
fun for
glorified
her.
debate
Yeah,
club.
she
Actually,
probably doesn't care
And
about
it
it.
is, like literally.
Well,
Anyways.
I'd also be happy to, in addition to getting the sponsors tonight, I'm presenting during the meeting, saying like, talking about how well received the bill was in our chambers. Unless Brooklyn, you want to build on that part.
What? How well received it was?
Oh wait, no, I guess. Sorry, I thought you were presenting on the resolution itself.
I mean, even from you, I mean, we're gonna figure out more to say. I'm just like,
Yeah.
jotting down
We'll
things
figure it
like
all
that.
out.
Everyone will have something significant.
If you're author Andrew, too,
But-
if you won that one, that's you're probably a lot more well versed in talking about that than I am. I mean, like I like
Your
I feel
support
like
would be.
Okay.
you could probably give more on that than I could, honestly. Like, hold on. I'll,
Okay, I'm not
and then I
trying to-
no. You like now that I just threw that out there, but you, I feel like you definitely have a better.
Maybe
You have a
Okay.
better stance on that.
I'd be happy to.
Or I could, if you want to.
you would have.
Well, it doesn't even make sense. I was
Or
gonna say you
we'll
could
give
do all
you,
of them because I was like,
like,
I could do the resolution, you could do the like judish part, but like at that point, if you're talking about the resolution, might as well.
Yeah.
What's the cost
True.
of this?
And
Present.
We'll
things
figure it
that
out.
We'll figure it
We'll
It'll be a long
Where
presentation.
exactly would you think?
I
the
can do
speed
the.
limit
I'll do
would
like the
yes.
open discussion.
We could work on that
Yeah.
with you. I don't want to do all that work.
Josh, I think Andrew is actually gonna do the resolution, so I can do the ask taps or if there's anything else you mean there. I just feel like he'll be more well versed in talking about like the actual resolution, the feedback, all that.
Absolutely. And I kind of want to, Andrew, since you're Change Caucus leader, do you want to show that it's like it's a bipartisan
Sure.
effort? We co-sponsor this. We're elected by the student body to represent them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll bring out all my favorite talking
All the
points.
stuff,
Yes.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey.
Yes. Yeah, that can be part of it. We'll receive.
Don't worry
Bye.
about it. We could have. Okay, so for the presentation, is there anything else that we think needs to be added? You guys.
Well, I think we need to have like specific numbers for like. I think she's gonna want like Emma was saying, like she's gonna want some kind of like scope of how much it's gonna be.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
who's gonna install it, where it's gonna be. Like it might even be beneficial.
I think we're gonna have to, like really outline it.
It might even help to like get data on like how effective they are. Like I know we were looking at something like that before.
I
Yeah.
would guarantee.
Is that was-
installing it?
Installing, yeah.
And like, is it actually gonna work?
Yeah.
So
Well,
I think
that's
we
like,
need, like
the resolution talking points.
specifications.
Yeah, I was gonna say because the resolution, like in there is like the 50% reduction in vehicle speeds, like at Virginia Commonwealth University. Like I feel like we could, pull from that. But yeah, the financing I think might be harder.
Yeah.
I don't know if we've ever
Is there a
done.
way to find a number of how much it would be or like how much it would be to install it?
Just did some searching around. There's a Reddit thread on the topic that's giving some wildly different numbers. Now, someone as a joke said 7 million.
Well, Miss Linda Dixon actually read it. It's $7 million.
So y'all better figure something out. More reasonable estimates I'm finding, the general consensus seems to be wide range, especially if it's going to be like a concrete one versus a plastic one.
Yeah.
But generally around 1,500. Which
Okay.
is not that much.
Yeah,
I'm
not
not
a
sure.
crazy
500
amount.
to 2,000.
Yeah, like I'm sure they're
They're-
working with a much larger. Let's see what is
I
their
also
budget.
want to see like what speed bumps have they already used on campus
That's-
so we can keep it uniform.
I'm
and then
looking
just reach
at-
out and ask.
There was a change.org thing to install speed bumps on university,
Oh,
and they
that's such a
have
good idea.
like updates on that. Yeah, like they have stuff on that. This is from 4 years ago, but like I don't know if there's maybe like updates to the prices or anything like that. Like and
I
the
think the speed tables are like the race surfaces
Yeah.
by
So
adult
not,
and
yeah.
standard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's probably costs a little bit more.
Yeah.
See if I can find it. I'm looking for planning, design, and construction's budget.
I like your dress.
But yeah, I do agree. I think specific data is going to work. And then, sorry to keep putting you on the spot, but what other things do you think we'll say? Like, what are her answers? Like, just so we The budget's definitely.
Budget definitely. Another thing that was mentioned at one of my meetings was like, how do people driving on campus know like exactly like they're on campus? Like a lot of the time people are coming like off of Archer like that way, and they're going like I don't know like 45, 50, and then they come on campus and like it's like 30. So it's like where is that like definite like line of like where you have to slow down?
Well, that's why I think we could say it's so important.
For sure.
Yeah.
Like I feel like if anything, that's a talking point we could use. Like, like a speed bump will let people know they're driving in an area where
They need to slow down. Yeah.
Especially if people aren't really paying attention to the speed limit.
Yeah.
Because like honestly, like I'll be driving with the flow of traffic 20 over.
Me too. That me
Every
and Josh
all the
were talking
time.
about this last time we met. We were like, well, half the time we're like, you know, speeding on campus.
Yeah.
We don't even know how to
slow drop.
Yeah.
No, exactly.
Yeah. Maybe we can make that a point to put a speed bump if anything close to like a speed limit sign, and that way you're kind of conscious of it,
Right.
like at the same time.
Especially because like what I've always been told is like drive with the flow of traffic even if it's faster, just because it's almost more dangerous to drive 15 miles per hour slower than everyone else if you're making people angry.
Yeah.
So I feel like that'll definitely be a good bandwagon.
And then for the end of the presentation, after presentation, we're gonna go into the urban area discussion. We'll be asking questions, they'll be asking questions to us. But before we do that, how do you guys want to end the presentation?
I think just really like re-emphasizing our main talking points and saying like we really urge this, we think this is important, like it's
as
why
students, like,
yeah.
from student perspective, I really think it's important.
Yeah,
Maybe bring up the
student
number of
safety.
clashes again,
Yeah.
and then the resolution.
Yeah, I think just really like hit all of our bullet points over time.
Yeah.
And just like have a nice
Yeah.
Maybe it'd be fun to even like read aloud the therefore clauses of the resolution. Like, here's what the student senate says.
Yeah, like here's
Do
what
it.
we support.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Not-
think that could
you
be
know.
good, just to kind of rephrase it a little bit. Make it, yeah, just take like the student senate urges, you know, planning, whatever.
I'm giving way too much information about my life, but my mom is an advertiser. My mom is an advertiser. I basically asked her what we could say at the end of the conversation, really, just to get them going. She said this: 120 is 120 too much, referring to crashes. Let's not allow one more. We all have the power in this meeting to make that change. We are on a college campus. No parent should have to get a phone call that their child was killed in an accident on campus. It's either the first thing we say or last thing. I think that's really the last thing we
I
should
think
say.
that's
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah, I agree.
Awesome.
I like the no parent should.
Me too.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And we will have already mentioned.
From the university.
From
Yeah.
the university, it's ridiculous.
Make her a co-op.
Yeah, we should put your
Yeah.
parents on the sponsor list.
Yeah, seriously.
My mom would sign that.
Yeah.
Actually, parents would love that.
Parents would love. This
Parents
is one
would
you
love
can't argue
that.
with. Yeah,
Exactly.
seriously.
My mom calls me
Need to
every
post this
time
to
I
the,
talk
like,
to
The parent Facebook group.
Yeah,
Down
they
and
would
parents find
eat
out
this
that we
up.
tried
I
to
started
do
listening to
this,
audiobooks because it keeps me off my phone.
Yeah.
Because I'm bad.
Like literally let UF parents like find out that they didn't want to.
Oh,
they didn't do it
yeah.
because they didn't want to find
No.
out the speed bump.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
that would be.
Forget about it.
I bet the parents would start a GoFundMe.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Okay, are any of your parents in like a parent Facebook group chat or
Yeah.
something?
Mine are on all the
not
UF
care.
Facebooks. Yes.
Okay, apparently, like my parents have been saying like this is what they talk about.
Are they really upset about it? Yeah, I'm not surprised. My parents like freaked out about it.
Same. My mom was
Low
like,
key, can we like screenshot some of the parent Facebook messages and put them in the
Yeah.
presentation and say like this isn't just students feeling this way, this
Yeah.
is like parents
that's
who are paying for their tuition and feel uncomfortable with their safety
Yeah.
here
Yeah.
in light of this recent tragedy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Come on.
Lots of pictures, lots of graphics.
yeah. I like arguments.
All right, so transition to open discussion. We'll be at the meeting probably at about like 6:50-ish. So I wanted to utilize TAPS to provide PD first. We are kind of getting more than the PD Dixon for just like a moment, because I feel like if she gets going, she's gonna start forming an opinion and just spiral. That's what I feel like. Yeah. So I wanted to again leverage TAPS and UFPD, their knowledge to our advantage.
Yeah.
So I have a few things on UFPD which we'll get into in a second. But actually, I'll ask you guys this. I don't know if this really matters. Which one would you go first, TAPS or UFPD?
I think UFPD, because I think they're gonna have a stronger student.
Yeah, and we've also like I feel like worked with them more.
Yeah, I think they have been so supportive of us.
Yeah.
Like, if we come off that presentation, she has any doubt, they're just gonna back it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that way it like kind of helps TAPS know how to like navigate it.
Right.
Yeah, because I think whatever TAP says is just gonna be logistical more than like this is an issue.
And like if you want to do an open discussion, we don't need to like talk to UFPD for 5 minutes and then TAPS for 5 minutes. Like you can start with UFPD and then let TAPS kind of like chime in.
Yeah.
I feel like that would be more effective too, because I don't know if TAPS will have as much to say.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So, according to, I was talking to Trevor Henderson, Captain Trevor Henderson today. He was telling me about how they don't have like specifics on the crashes for on Hope Road. Like I was looking for a vehicle where when Florida Highway Safety vehicles might have it, because the officers could play the traffic crash module and it's sent there. So maybe we could look there, but also public records requesting something.
Was that the like chart that we like referenced before? Yeah, I think that was the Florida Highway Safety.
Yeah, the chart might be kind of accurate.
I think it's like it's the Florida Highway, like even if it's not exactly accurate, like all that information we're getting from all these reports, so the mistakes would just be like police discretion if they had said they were coming on Home Road and they were actually turning, like from Ad-Hoc, like that would be stuff we couldn't track anyways.
But anyways,
I just love Josh's light flashing.
like
You have
heard that was-
PTSD?
I keep thinking this one is mine because I'm like, they look the same.
But anyways, Trevor Henderson was very supportive of
Yeah,
us.
he's awesome.
He looks forward to being working with us on the team. Jeremiah McInnes, he's the associate director of something for TAPS. He responded to me a few days ago. TAPS is not normally responsible for roadway or traffic decisions. This is areas that fall under our purview, but we'd be happy to advise. He participated in other safety-related meetings this summer with Emma, and she believes that Linda's trying to keep the group together for the meetings.
Yeah.
And when we were emailing back and forth, I could tell her brain was like everywhere. And, like,
Yeah, I can imagine.
It's kind of addressed Linda's point on one of the emails. He said there's no other, he's not aware of any other whole road infrastructure discussion projects, so no one else from the administration is working on this currently. But he thinks it's a worthwhile topic in light of the recent tragedy that occurred, so I think that we do have his support on this.
I was gonna say, I think if anything, the fact that like we all decided to work on this and like Emma separately decided to work on this to start even just further shows, like we didn't even talk about it, and we like all these student leaders felt so strongly about it that we just like separately decided to work on
Did the
it.
Nightlife Navigators guys say anything about the feedback or no? I can't remember.
I could go and ask him. I don't remember like specifically. He asked to join the meeting, so
I just can't remember exactly. Like, we
His name
could
Jacob
name drop
Schneider.
him too.
Jacob.
I feel like I remember him saying something in support of it. Like,
Yeah.
it wasn't really what we were talking
Yeah.
about on that particular call, but I think when we were going through like things we're doing,
He had also been like, yeah, we were interested in doing stuff like this too, but I can't remember if it was exactly about the speed bump.
we can add him to a presentation too. Be like, hey, I run this agency that's dedicated toward safety at night, essentially. And I
Yeah, I
support
think
this.
he's on the podcast. It's like another person.
Right.
One more person.
If she's saying she wants everyone involved, like
Yeah.
I feel like if we come at her like guns blazing.
I was like, Jacob's gonna be obviously like working with them like all year.
Right.
So,
And I think just giving her as many orgs as possible that like aren't gonna let this go.
Yeah.
And are all working together. I
Should
think
be fine. Take her
It's fine.
100.
Yeah, like it's not that big a deal.
Alright, so what do we want us to ask you? So the current two things I have is asking is 128 crashes since 2018 over a lot. Again, that's factoring in COVID years. So
We could throw ourselves a bone and ask them how they think the speed bump would positively affect, like,
Yeah, just the
road.
effect overall.
So we met with UFPD back in March, me, Julie, and Lexi Jacobson, and we tried to get a UFPD officer potentially stationed at Pull Road. They weren't as open to it, and I think part of that is that they're low staff, they have low budget. It would cost a lot of money, and they would have to be there for a lot of hours. So basically just asking them what's the cost, how many hours would this be, and what are some drawbacks, and I think they would have a lot of opinions on that.
I don't think that one will be as like just knowing how it is, but I think it'll be good. I think honestly hearing that is gonna be all the more reason that we're gonna be like, okay, we need a speed bump because you are not gonna put a police
also
officer
hearing
there.
how expensive it is to place an officer there rather than just
That-
getting a speed bump.
speed bump.
Also going back to the like how would a speed bump cause and effect question, we could even be like a little more pointed with it and be like typically, and like use the research that we did for the resolution, like typically speed bumps reduce crashes by X% and injuries by X%. Do you think that would be the case here?
Yeah, I like
Which
that.
they would say.
Yes.
I mean, I would imagine that's what they would say.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think they'll argue with that one.
No, I
Hopefully,
think
yeah.
everyone's gonna speed up and drive fast.
We'll
I
see
just
the
like
speed
to keep
bump
my
again.
car quiet.
Yeah, right.
All right, so is there anything else that you think we should ask UFPD? I feel like we should ask probably a couple more questions because, I mean, like,
Maybe like prior, like how, I don't know if this is, I guess they could have answers to this, but like prior installation of speed bumps, like how this has helped throughout different points on campus, you know, like the differences they've seen on university with like speed tables.
I don't know.
Did you present?
I'm
Did
just,
you
like,
did? Or
writing
no, you're in.
questions.
If you're in it, did you present too? Like
You
when
can,
go?
but
Okay.
Josh was there. Josh
Oh,
was
that's
in
nice.
it.
Just let Josh talk.
That's
I mean, we could split up the questions because, like,
Yeah.
there's a lot of.
I'm gonna tweak the wording here.
actually, we could divide it up right now. We could get like one or two people to ask UFPD questions, staff's questions. I kind of want to be, I kind of want to be the person that asks the director questions because I'm kind of like wrapping up the meeting there. What were you about to say there?
You can ask what are the formal steps and timeline involved in approving and installing speed tables on UF property.
That's definitely a good question. Right, so anything else for UFPD questions?
I think those look pretty good.
And then let's utilize SNAPs. What exactly does SNAPs do?
See, that's a good question. I was just wondering that.
Literally
I
about
thought
to
that
start
they
looking
It's
at
like
More like
ticketing,
ticketing,
no?
including-
Let's see. Let's read their job description.
I think they also like work with RTS. I think they're in charge of the
buses.
campus
Yeah,
circulator.
transit changes.
Yeah, wait,
Do they
who
do
asked for
parking
them to be?
passes?
Let me see.
Is it just
They have
because
like
you've been working with them?
Yeah, I think they'd be a good one
Yeah.
to outline what is considered like on campus because they have like parking maps. They do like they are specific to UF. They have like a whole rules and regulations tab, but it's more like traffic and parking. But you know, if it's still with traffic, that could work.
So something I also want to ask, maybe this is a ask for UFPD. I'll split it up into two different questions. One, would a speed bump hurt 911?
Like if time was going out there, they'd have to slow down.
Oh, I see.
Something like that,
Okay.
because that was a question even my father had, and I was
Yeah,
like,
that's a good.
Would do
Do
emergency
they route
vehicles
that
take
way?
whole
do they
road?
Take whole? That's what I'm wondering. Do they?
we could-
We
And
could
if
ask
they
what
do,
they
if
if
they're
they
ever
route
going that
often.
fast.
Yeah,
Because I really like.
question.
that's a
God
good
bless our
point.
our EMS people, but I really don't feel like I ever see them like going like
Yeah.
crazy.
I mean,
don't see them on
university,
campus.
yeah.
If I do, it's 13th.
Yeah,
or like
same.
Yeah.
Archer.
And 13th has all those, or not 13th. University has all those activities.
Like if they're going to
Yeah.
Lakeside dorms, I'd imagine they'd take Radio Road. If they're going to Like I can't even think why they would be on that road. I mean, emergencies
Yeah,
could
I just
happen
feel like
anywhere, and
that's
we
at
should be
least-
prepared for
yeah.
emergencies to happen anywhere. But I can't imagine they use that road much
I feel
at
like
present.
also
Yeah.
it's less than 2 miles. I feel like it's easy to avoid.
Well, and I also just, I think the ultimate thing we'll be able to circle back to is like the drop, like, you know, the amount of accidents that are happening there versus however many emergency vehicles
Do
are there
we
per
know
day, like
where
the trade-off.
exactly we want the speed bump placed at on the road?
That's
Or
part
would
of
that be a good question to ask them?
I feel like it's a
DOTD?
better question to ask them.
Yeah.
Take on it.
I was gonna
Like
say
UFSG or
there
tabs?
I mean we don't know if there's like regulations where we can and can't and stuff. So like if we get their opinion, we're like, hey, like where do you think it could be on this specific road? Like obviously they're not gonna say the beginning, the very beginning, or they're not gonna say the very end. So it's gonna be somewhere in the middle, but like inches, but like has to kind of be up to them.
Well, we should
I'd
ask
be
them that.
a little bit cautious of like sounding like we don't know.
Yes.
Like, I think we should be like,
We
we
could give
want
them
to.
places.
Yeah, just be like, we want the speed bump to be generally in this region. Is there somewhere that you would advise?
We could always take like a picture on Google Earth and like draw like a box with
Yeah.
like, what we think would be like beneficial. Like,
Yeah,
I think
just
that's
like-
just
I would
yeah.
Giving them
imagine
a
like
range
near
of them.
Southwest Rec,
Yeah.
Right.
because I feel like that's the busiest,
Yeah.
certainly most student activity.
Yeah.
I just feel like
And it's
it
kind
would,
of in the
like,
middle.
Yeah.
Right.
From there,
I
let's
think
look
it
at
would
Google.
sound better than if we were just like, where would you put it?
Yeah.
Because I don't want them
That's true.
or Linda to have any kind of ammunition to be like, you guys don't know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
where you want
Or
your
you're
speed
not-
bump at.
or you're not prepared,
Yeah.
or you know.
Absolutely. I love that idea. And then for, I think we do ask the 911 question. I know that's like, obviously, oh, they would take this road, but really just show to them that this
We thought
isn't
of it.
even a problem. We've thought it through. And then similarly for TAPS, I wanted to ask, since they run the bus lines, the transportation, whatever, would this hurt buses, would it hurt transportation times, something like that? I doubt it.
I also thought it.
But it's just something to throw out.
Yeah.
And then, what else? Other questions for TAPS would you guys like to ask?
Maybe like I don't know if they would really know this, but like ask if there's because they do all the ticketing and stuff. Is there like certain areas like with all the like the softball stadium there and everything? Do they notice a lot of people that aren't students parking in those areas? That like we could like use that as info to be like. I mean I don't know. I'm just talking about it.
What do you?
Like what in those areas do they notice like a lot more like non-campus affiliated traffic? Like do they notice a lot of people parking in like those lots that aren't students or faculty?
Where do you guys think?
Or is that relevant? Because I feel like students will speed as much as I don't know. Never mind.
Oh, I think it's a good question.
I just like I don't want to like bombard them with questions that aren't relevant. I'm just trying to think. I don't
I'm
know.
just trying to think of a way to phrase it.
Yeah.
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 Or like would they even know that? Just like
I have
in a
no
meeting.
idea.
Because I would assume it's mostly campus affiliated people that are parking there, but I'm not sure. So I don't even know the answer.
Like I notice probably the most out of any like when I see like people speaking and stuff on whole road, it's mostly people who aren't students, who don't seem like students. Like when I'm driving over there, especially because I go to Southwest late. I feel like people almost like use whole road as like to cut onto Archer.
Yeah.
Like I've noticed that a lot.
Okay.
Yeah. That's
But I don't know how we would say that.
just ask, like,
That's just
like,
something.
do people use this road to cut to other roads?
Yeah,
What types?
because that could
Road
affect,
traffic.
yeah, like the speed limit that you're coming out if you're assuming you're getting on Archer,
Yeah.
you're probably going quickly.
Quickly, yeah.
Because it is also like to Archer. So I feel like people would think that it's
Yeah, like non-speed. That goes back to like the when you actually like enter campus.
Right.
Like, you know, so it's like
that whole side of campus doesn't feel as much like campus.
exactly. There's like one sign that says like University of Florida, but like
Yeah.
if you're not a student, you wouldn't necessarily know.
Yeah.
Or pay attention.
Yeah.
And then I guess to divide this up, we could have like 2 or 3 people asking questions. Who wants to ask questions to UFPD? We could just alternate some questions.
Yeah. We can just put our names beside.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. You guys could just
Josh, which
choose
ones?
your
Oh, never
questions.
mind. I see them down here. Director questions.
Anyways, for director questions, what do you guys think of the questions that we have here so far? This is kind of more just the wrapping up of the meeting and then the pitch. Essentially.
I think this looks good. I think it's pretty broad, which is good.
Kind of wanting to use her information to our advantage. So in addition to this, I'm having a document open. I believe it's in the main drive, just like the main part of it. It's the campus master plan notes. So there's essentially 3 parts of the master plan, and then I think it's like information, there's what we're doing, what's the future, whatever. And then there's 3 parts to that really correlate to our committee. It's transportation, safety, and then infrastructure. I'm gonna review all 9 of those documents. I'm 1 down already. I'm just like in the middle of moving right now for my apartment. Yeah, we all know.
Season.
That's
Tis the
Yeah.
season.
Yeah.
Maybe like next week.
Don't have a move-in date.
I don't have a move in.
They were like, you can move in early. When though?
Same.
Like
They're
when
like
though?
between the 5th and the 18th. I'm like,
So that's not.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
I'm sleeping on my fraternity's couch because my internship goes for another 2 weeks.
I might need to crash down home.
Yeah.
In a few weeks.
I'm gonna, like, beg
I
my
might be sleeping
cousins.
on Dylan's couch.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
He's a cool place.
Yeah, he does.
But anyways, I
We're
will
all
get to
homeless
summer.
anyways.
Yeah. Anyways.
Moving on.
Anyways.
We digress.
I digress. Anyways,
Yeah, what's your plan to get me home?
Wait, how do you pass a resolution to stop making those weird gaps between leases for people?
Resolution release start August 1st.
Yeah. To like follow a school year.
yes.
And resolution for apartments to stop price gouging students just
Yeah.
because we're a young
Yeah.
demographic.
Yeah.
For rent control.
Rent control.
Trust me, I already looked into that.
Of course you
Please.
Yeah.
UFSG rent control would be crazy.
Bro,
Be
I would love
crazy.
it.
People would
Our
love
rep would be
that.
amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Record voter turnout.
Rent control Ad-Hoc.
Alright, is there anything you guys want to add on to this? What's like your vision of wrapping it up? I guess emphasizing this more. I know we only
I
have a
like
few
these
minutes.
questions, but I feel like some of them are like a little bit open-ended, so they're going to be talking for a while.
Yeah.
Like especially her thoughts, what are our next steps, like kind of putting her on the spot like that. So I feel like we have a good amount.
Yeah. If you guys look in the minutes too, like as we were talking, I was more specific with like what we were saying for the question, so we could be more specific.
Oh, wow. He's a great man. Yeah.
So like we could like phrase them more, because that was just like what people were saying as they were talking.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And then is there a certain way you guys want to wrap up the meeting? Like, what should I say last? I know what are our next steps, but is there anything specific you guys want
I
to
feel
say?
like just like maybe urging like especially Director Dixon to like stay in contact with us and just say like, what do you need from us to expedite this? Is this something that you're willing to support?
Is there, I would maybe talk about if we get to the funding part, like, is there any way we like are gonna need to help? You know, like I would tie into that, say like, is this something that you are gonna be able to fund? Like really hammering home with that. Like, do we need to have any funds we're gonna have to support, like give to you?
I guarantee you there's 750 parents who would donate $2 for this.
Like actually,
Guarantee 100%.
like just let us know if we need to start a GoFundMe.
GoFundMe.
Seriously.
I'll join the parent Facebooks. Like,
I'll donate $2
Yes.
for this.
I think
SG
students would
bake
donate
sale.
to
I
it
think
too.
students
100%.
I'd donate $2.
And I think like families.
Yeah. Grandparents.
My grandma.
Yeah.
Alright, well, I think that about concludes it. I'm going to, let's start working on the presentation. I guess our own time, and then just reconvene, like work on the presentation together. The way I like to do it is just like by bullet point, our first slide will be an introduction, then it's what our goals are, then it's the presenting the information, just going down the list, stats. There used to be a speed indicator, more stuff about whole road, just bullet point by bullet point. That will be each slide.
Yeah.
You guys can customize it however you want. Again, if you don't like the theme of the slide, that's perfectly fine. I could just change
Too
it.
bad.
Exactly. I want you guys to. Oh, it looks like you guys are started doing this.
I just
What are
started
you-
titling it.
Yeah, absolutely. Whatever questions you're most comfortable asking,
Yeah.
just like put your name next to it. I see you guys started to do that already. Let's see. Yeah. There's a bottom section. It says need for the meeting. If we could try, I guess, to get some of the data, whatever got the meeting.
And do you want us to just put it on here?
Absolutely.
Okay.
So just so we can have that even when not on the meeting. And then I believe that's it. I do have to give an update to Senate today.
Okay.
Is there anything specific about the committee that we've been doing that you guys want to highlight?
I think just that we got our resolution passed and like we're not just letting it be that. We have our meeting coming up.
Yeah.
And that's with Emma, it's with
We'll talk
Linda,
about
it's with
UFPD.
Kat,
Yeah,
it's with
yeah.
UFPD.
I would also like thank whoever sponsors.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, and reiterate, like at the end of the meeting, go sign that piece of paper.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, with no further business, I adjourn this meeting at 6:52 p.m. Thank you guys so much, and thank you
Thank
for
you,
coming.
Emma.